Okay, this is part three in my oil tankers series. I'm gonna look at all these tankers. So, as you saw, my first video, I accidentally did TK, the ticker symbol TK, which was the shipyard services of the TK industry. And their oil tanker division is TNK, which is the good price action. And this is Scorpio Tankers. So TK has like 200 tankers, 200 boats, and they are the biggest like blue chip kind of tanker company that just has a ton of boats. And Scorpio is the second most boats. They have over 100 boats, and they have a more modern fleet, and they've been doing really poorly for quite a while, and they're at sort of a historic bottom here. And I think Scorpio is very very interesting. So let's take a look at this chart. I zoomed way out. This is going back to 2013. They're at 125, and now the crash. Yeah, let's get in here. So yeah, they've been up at 125, and now let's take a look at what they're doing now. So so this is where the crash started. So they did really poorly. I mean, they've been doing poorly for several years, and they did really poorly leading up to the crash. And then magically, here's the crash, 20 here. So this is the dead cat, and then the stock market tanked and then came up to a bull trap, and it's kind of turning over in the bull trap now. And this is turning over also. So all the stocks are starting to turn over a little bit on top of the bull trap now. And what we're looking at is neutral and ups. So Scorpio, like we saw, the TNK, the TK tankers were just like grinding up through the whole crash, and Scorpio hasn't quite been doing that, but they're getting really good ups during the crash. All right, so let's take a look at how to mess with Scorpio, because it doesn't look like a good long kind of thing that you could hold. And this is not investment advice. Please do your own research, but this is what I'm thinking about doing with these different oil tanker companies is that these are bouncing really well during the bounces. So this is the bottom here and the dead cat here. So I mean, it got a little bounce off the dead cat, and this is the bull trap was two moves. It did an up and a swing and an up, and it's getting good up movement on the up movements. So looking forward on the stock chart, it looks like we're going to come down and get another bull trap, and then down to an end of the credit cycle. This is a 3-month cycle, down, bounce, bounce on the S&P, and this end is a switch of fundamentals into a credit expansion. So this is a complete switch of fundamentals. And I'm not exactly sure how the oil tankers will do when the fundamentals switch, but I think that they'll be good. I think that they'll be good. Very in-depth analysis. Because the oil prices should be favorable in these conditions, and that they'll have full boats and they can probably start offloading oil and keep going. And I don't know the super long-term outlook for the tankers. I think this is more of a short-term kind of thing to do. And what I'm looking to do now is there's a dead cat bounce I'm looking for in here, and then the bull trap is going to have two different ups, and that's it. I like tankers here and here and here. And I think I like TNK better than Scorpio for these moves because it has just been bouncing harder. But I think that the Scorpio tankers are at a really long-term low as sort of a longer-term hold. And by longer-term hold, I mean it might be a good one to get on this leg for about 3 or 4 months and just see what's happening and see if it looks like it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to stay good over the next 4 years. I mean, if oil prices stay down for 4 years, these oil tankers could just go up and up and up and up the whole bear market. And these could be the best longs through like the whole bear market if that happens. So they're definitely interesting. And Scorpio is a big company that's been doing poorly, but they have a huge fleet and a bunch of modern boats, and they're in position to take on a bunch of this extra oil and do really well. So I like these guys a lot as a speculative move, even though they're not making as big of up moves during the crash as TNK. So that is not investment advice. Please hit the like button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. And I have been Brian Lewis with MMT Investing. Cheers.